Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhamad and Raziq bin Abdul Razak, student from Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. In this video, I will present you my MEM603 mini project OSH implementation at industry for company Malaysian Nuclear Agency. This is the outline for this presentation. Start with the company background, follow up with the facilities of OSH that exist in the company, hazard identifications, risk analysis and control, procedure and activities in the event of an emergency, and last but not least, OSH management system. Company background and locations. The Malaysia Nuclear Agency is a Malaysian nuclear technology research facility located in Bangi, Selangor. The main structural activity of the company is to conduct research and development, service and training field of nuclear technology for national development, encourage applications, transfer and commercializations of nuclear technology. Moreover, I was placed in the operations and management system, which operates and maintains the Malaysian Nuclear Agency mechanical system, which will focus more on air conditioning system. The facilities of OSH that exist in the company. First, let's start with personal protective equipment, PPE. PPE is an equipment that can protect staff from health or safety risks. The goal is to minimize employees' exposure to hazards when technical and administrative controls are not feasible or successful at decreasing this risk to reasonable levels. So we have here safety helmet, safety goggles, earplug, glove, N95 mask, and safety shoes. Safety signage is used to warn any worker before entering the lab or the room that contains harmful or dangerous things to our health. And number 3 is firefighting system. Fire protection systems work in different ways, but all have a common goal to detect a fire and protect the building, its occupant and valuables. So we have here fire extinguisher, hose-reel system, and fire alarm system. Workplace inspections, procedure and checklist. Workplace inspections help to prevent incidents, injury, and illness through a critical examinations of the workplace. Inspections help to identify and record hazards for corrective actions. Part B. Hazard identifications, risk analysis and risk control. Electrical hazards. HVAC work requires electrical wiring to be done. Before conducting regular checks, examinations, repair and other maintenance procedure, technicians must de-energize all machinery when on a job. So the prevention is in the breaker panel, switch off the power to the corresponding circuit. To guarantee no one to turn on the electricity while working, use proper lockout and tap protocols. Check the circuit with a meter before doing the correctly graded work for the type of circuit you measure to determine whether it is still energized. Second is the chemical hazard. Technicians deal with various chemicals such as refrigerants, washing liquids, and solvents that can cause severe burn. While supply labels certain refrigerants as a harmless, the chemical toxicity is subject to the increased exposure to heat, potentially presenting a health threat to technicians. Before dealing with these substances, adequate HVAC safety preparation is essential. Exercise care and always equipped with reliable PPE, including safety gloves, protective boots, and HVAC work gloves when handling this type of hazard. Third is the ladder liability. More than 80% of all accidents in emergency departments include ladders within the building industries. Hence, you can avoid these most frequent causes of workplace deaths and accidents by taking a few additional precautions to adequately protect the ladder. First, often the ladder's 3 points touch in the place, just 2 feet. At least one hand or both hands at all times with at least 1 foot on the ladder. To obtain the safest angle, position the ladder base a quarter of its working length from dwelling. Be sure that the extensions or straight ladder stretches at 3 feet over the support point. Ensure that the locks on the extension ladder are correctly secured. Is the inadequate equipment inventory. Equipment inventory might not be the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about HVAC accidents, but it makes a difference. Ensuring the conditions of tool is not compromised will result in confidence having the properly functioning tools needed to complete the job. The last one is the unprofessional conduct. An untrained technician quickly disrupts the sense of protection of a homeowner. For the preventions, as a company owner, ensure that all technicians undergo HVAC safety training to recognize hazards and implement adequate procedure to ensure that all technicians and customers are protected. This is the example of HIRAC form for testing and commissioning of chiller. It consists of hazard identifications, risk analysis, and risk control for the process. It is shown that, according to the risk analysis, all of the work activity is medium risk, which is likely would happen and could cause a several day off. Part C. Procedure and activities in the event of emergency. As you can see here, we have 5 types of the procedure. First is the fire emergency procedure. Second is the critical injuries procedure, electrical shock procedure, small cuts due to the sharp edge tool and machines, and last but not least is the exposure to the harmful chemicals procedure. Let's go more detail about the fire emergency procedure. There are 5 important fire emergency procedures. First, trigger the fire alarm to alert the emergency personnel. Next, call 999 or 994 immediately to provide the required information. Third, the affected employees must be helped or alerted to emergency care responder if there any other accidents occur. Fourth, both workers should calmly evacuate the building following evacuation charts and follow the orders. And lastly, the required authority should ensure that all workers are outside the building and at the place of assembly. Part D. OSH management system in the company. First is the daily safety briefing. A regular safety briefing is a briefing or short discussions with workers that allows bosses to ensure employees' safety and well-being at work. Second is the 5S program. 5S stands for 5 steps of this methodology: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. This step involves going through everything in a space, deciding what is necessary and what is not, putting things in order, cleaning, and setting up the procedure for performing these tasks on a regular basis. Third is fire drill. Fire drill aims to raise awareness of fire threat, the guide on how to use fire extinguishers, and the protocol for fire routine. Their teachings usually take place between both theoretical and practical sessions. Number 4 is electrical safety precautions. It is a part of an HVAC technician's job to install electrical wiring and components, so it is necessary to obey electrical safety precautions. Fifth is the chemical safety precautions. By dealing with detergent solvents, cleaning liquids, and etc., wearing a protective gear will be better shield for you from the dangers posed. However, it is also essential to follow the best practices for handling, storing, and transporting chemical materials. And 6 is safety routines and checklists. It may appear like checklists are an easy move, but they can have a tremendous effect. In aviation and medical sector, they have made big difference. More aircraft land securely and hospital patients escape infections. That's all from me. Thank you.